On a chilly winter's evening, a young mother named Lisa lived in a little flat in a less affluent area of New York, was battling for years to live in continual terror with her 2 kids. A few weeks ago, Lisa took the painful decision to leave everything behind for the safety of her children after enduring physical and emotional abuse at the hands of her husband. She only brought a few clothes, her kids' toys, and an overwhelming sense of despair with her. Lisa temporarily sought safety in a women's shelter. Her children and she shared a small room with just a bed and an old table, and they frequently sobbed and begged her to bring Daddy back. Every day felt heavier than the last because Lisa had virtually no money, and the future loomed ahead like an impenetrable veil of uncertainty. She did her best to console them while remaining vigilant and prepared for any danger that might arise from the outside. One day, the manager of the shelter came up to Lisa and whispered, "We have a special guest coming today. She wants to hear the women's stories and offer support. Maybe this will be a light of hope for you." Lisa had a lot of questions running through her head. When she discovered that the guest was Oprah Winfrey, she was astounded that the strong woman she had only ever seen on TV was actually visiting her. Could someone like Oprah truly assist someone like Lisa? The thought seemed nearly unthinkable. But when Lisa emerged from her room and entered the common area of the shelter, she noticed a flutter of excitement among the other women who were eagerly awaiting Oprah's arrival. Shortly after, a sleek black car pulled up and Oprah Winfrey got out. She was wearing a chic yet modest coat, and her warm smile seemed to cut through the freezing winter chill, making each woman feel seen and appreciated as she entered the shelter. When she got to Lisa, something about her quiet demeanor and the pain in her eyes caught Oprah's attention. Oprah sat down next to Lisa and said, "I'd love to hear your story. Coming here must have not have been easy for you, was?" At first, Lisa hesitated, unsure to find the right words to describe her struggle. But Oprah's genuine and kind demeanor gradually encouraged her to open up. "I was scared," Lisa admitted, her eyes welling with tears. "I ran to save my children, but now I'm terrified about their future. What can I even give them?" "We can change this," Oprah continued firmly. "But just know that you are a strong woman, even if you don't realize it now. And I'm here to support you." She reached out and gently held Lisa's hand while gazing into her tear-filled eyes. "Find that strength again." Taking a deep breath every day, "I was humiliated in front of my children," Lisa said, her voice shaking as she spoke. "My husband broke not only my body but also my spirit. But I tried to shield my kids from it all. One day, my son asked me quietly, 'Is it a good day because he didn't hit you today?' And I realized I couldn't take it any longer." Oprah listened intently to everything she said, her own eyes glistening with unshed tears, and she didn't interrupt, giving only a comforting nod that subtly encouraged Lisa to continue the night. "I made the decision to leave." Lisa's voice kept shaking as she said, "I woke my kids, who were still in their pajamas. I quietly opened the door and walked into the darkness. I was terrified that he would notice and pull us back, but all I could concentrate about was making sure my kids were safe." Lisa's voice faltered that night when I promised them that one day we would have a house where you could sleep without fear. But I secretly didn't know how I would make that happen, because I was just a helpless mother with nothing left to offer. Her last words shocked everyone in the room, but it was a turning point when she leaned closer to Lisa and gently took her hands in her own. Oprah stated in a firm and confident voice that your story does not speak of weakness but of strength. This is a tale of what a woman will do for her children, and these children are the offspring of a warrior. Lisa gazed into Oprah's eyes as though she were being appreciated for the first time. Oprah got up and faced her crew, saying in an unshakable tone, "We're going to change." She stated firmly, "This woman's and her children's lives," before turning to face Lisa and saying, "I didn't come here just to hear your story, Lisa. I'm here to help you rebuild your future. This is just the beginning." The following morning, Oprah invited Lisa and her kids to her own estate rather than a cozy hotel. As they arrived at Oprah's large and peaceful house, Lisa's kids looked around in wonder for the first time in what seemed like forever. Their little faces, which had previously been shadowed by fear, suddenly lit up with joy and curiosity. When Lisa entered the guest room that Oprah had prepared for them, she froze, tears streaming down her face. The room wasn't just filled with a warm bed and soft blankets. It was overwhelmed with hope. When Oprah visited Lisa in her room that evening, she whispered through her tears, "This can't be real. This can't be real." As they sat on the edge of the bed, Oprah held Lisa's hand gently and said, "This isn't just your story, Lisa. You are a mother who has given up everything for her children. Women like you, who make the world a better place with their strength. Always remember that you are not alone. This is a first step, and the journey will end in something beautiful." Shortly after Oprah started a national initiative to support women like Lisa, the heartwarming story went viral. People from all across the world joined forces to support survivors of domestic abuse by giving money, time, and resources. For the first time in years, OA leveraged her connections to get Lisa a job chance, and Lisa's kids were safely enrolled in a new school. With Oprah's assistance, Lisa and her kids saw a bright future free from fear. A month later, they moved into a new house that was everything Lisa had imagined, a secure, tranquil haven where her kids could flourish. Lisa now had a reliable job, and her kids were having fun and playing with their classmates. When Lisa opened the door when Oprah dropped by her new house to check on them, she gave Oprah a tight hug and remarked, "You've changed our lives. I will never forget this," with a loving smile. Oprah gave Lisa's kids tiny presents and remarked, "The true strength lies in you, Lisa. You've not only changed your life, but you've inspired countless women." This narrative served as a potent reminder to everyone that everyone deserves a second shot, and it wasn't just about Lisa and her kids. In her parting words, sometimes a single act of kindness can completely transform a life. "A mother's strength knows no bounds," Oprah said, "because you never know who could need your assistance to transform their life." Lisa's tale serves as a beacon of hope for all of us. Always be a light in someone else's darkness.